Welcome to the channel. So I just got finished making that viral cottage cheese flatbread. It's with cottage cheese and egg and seasonings. It's gluten-free, of course, but is it any good? I'm Jamie with SavorySaver. I share gluten-free recipes, tips, tricks, and resources to make your gluten-free lifestyle easier. So let's try this cottage cheese flatbread and see if it's any good. So this is a really easy recipe, not a lot of ingredients. It's pretty much cooking time as far as the length of time it's going to take to do this. So you want about a 13 by 9 baking sheet. I have coated with parchment paper to keep everything from sticking. I also have my oven preheating to 375 degrees. I looked at multiple recipes and this one I'm actually using because it used a little less cottage cheese and only 1 egg. And some of the recipes I looked at used about a cup of cottage cheese and 2 eggs. So this is gonna be a little smaller than maybe some of the other recipes. So I am gonna use 3/4 of a cup of cottage cheese. This is whole milk. I've looked at recipes that call for this as well as recipes that call for low fat. So use the kind you want. I'm also gonna use 1 egg and I'm gonna season it with a teaspoon of garlic powder and a teaspoon of oregano. I'm also gonna add a little bit of black pepper. There should be a little bit of salt in the cottage cheese, so I'm not gonna add any salt, but I am gonna add black pepper for a little bit more flavor. So my pan's over here off to the side, and you can use your food processor or blender. I'm just gonna use the cup to my food processor. So I've got 3/4 of a cup of cottage cheese. I'm gonna add 1 egg. The recipe calls for a teaspoon of oregano, which is about what's in the jar. It also calls for a teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm gonna go just under that. That looks like a lot of garlic powder to me. And a pinch of pepper. Obviously, you can use any seasonings you want. Let's put the lid on. All right, now I'm gonna put it on the blender and process it until it's smooth and creamy. Looks pretty smooth to me from what I can tell, so let's pour it out onto our pan. Now I'm gonna spread it and try to get it into some kind of square shape so I can use it for a sandwich. My oven's ready, so now I'm gonna pop it in the oven. It's gonna bake for 30 to 35 minutes or until it's set. So I'm gonna start checking it maybe 20, 25 minutes in just because I've not done this before and it's pretty thin, so I feel like it should actually cook faster. But it is gonna brown up, supposedly. And we're gonna let this cool after it comes out of the oven for 5 or 10 minutes before we try to make a sandwich with it. So let me get this baked. I'm gonna get my sandwich stuff prepped and we're gonna come back and see what happens. So this has been in the oven for about 32, 33 minutes. You can see it's super brown here, which I'm not too pleased with, but the rest of it looks pretty good. It is set. I'm gonna let it cool for probably 5 minutes or so, 10 minutes. And I'm gonna get some stuff prepped to put on this and we're gonna try to roll it up and see how it does as a sandwich. All right, it's been 10 minutes. Let's see what this does. I have a feeling this part's just gonna break. Or maybe all of it's gonna break. All right, I've loosened it up a little bit. Let's see if I can peel it the other way by flipping it over. All right, that was a better peel. It is set. And I think I'm gonna cut this off. We'll give that a try in a second. Looks like I'm gonna get a better fold this way. So let's spread some mayo on it. I've got some sliced chicken. I'm gonna add some lettuce, tomato. Let's see what happens with the fold. Okay, so the part that isn't overcooked actually folded pretty well. So let me get a photo and then we will give this a try. All right, so here's the finished sandwich. It rolled up pretty well. I don't have a whole lot of complaints with it. A little overcooked on my part, but I'm not really sure how I'm gonna bite that on camera. So let's give the other piece that I cut off a taste, and then we'll attempt to take a bite out of that. Okay, so here's the overcooked piece that I squared up a little bit. Let's start with the super crispy part, just to see if it's any good still. Okay, that part was way overcooked, didn't have any flavor, and just tasted crispy, which isn't even a taste. So this piece is much better. Let's try it. So I have to say, that's pretty good. It doesn't taste like egg, which I like. It's a little pliable, and the garlic powder and the oregano added some seasonings, which I thought was tasty. So let's see how it works as a sandwich. All right, here's my sandwich. I'm standing over the floor, so hopefully I don't have to scrub the floor after I try this. Let's grab the plate too and see. Okay, I've had 2 bites, and I have to say, that's way better than I expected. It didn't fall apart. It's holding together well. I overcooked a little bit of it, probably because it obviously wasn't spread out thin enough or too thin, or I shouldn't have folded my parchment paper underneath. Maybe I should have cut it, but I was being lazy. Okay, the viral cottage cheese flatbread, a gluten-free flatbread for lack of a better term, high in protein, super easy to make, much better than I expected. Have you guys made this before, or are you gonna make it and try it? I think it's worth it. I think it can be seasoned any way you want. Guys, I wanna thank you so much for watching. Please leave any comments below. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in the next video.